Hello everyone, Will here, and in this video I'm going to provide some quick travel tips and recent updates for your trip to Mount Zao Onsen. First things first, if you haven't watched my 2024 itinerary planning video to Mount Zao, it's linked here and in the description below. It will cover in a bit more detail options for getting to and from Zao, as well as additional restaurants and onsens. But definitely watch this video for the latest on pricing, some things I learned after my 2 trips here, and amazing views that will give you an idea of the treat you're in for at Mount Zao Onsen Resort. Lodging. I recommend looking for lodging as soon as possible since there are limited options in the town of Zao Onsen. We stayed for a second time in a row at Lodge Skole. It's a homey B&B with an excellent staff that is just a few minutes walk to a gondola and lifts. Rooms are affordable for a ski town, with multiple room options available. There is a dry room for your gear and beautiful views of the mountain from most rooms. Lodge Skole offers free breakfast with your stay, lunch and dinner options upon reservations with a la carte and multi-course set menus as well. They even have a friendly lodge doggo named Yuki. I highly recommend this place even for groups, but ensure you book early because there's only about 15 rooms or so total. If options are limited and you have a rental car or are fine with taking the bus in daily, there are much more lodging options available in Yamagata. From Yamagata, Zao Onsen can be reached in just 30 minutes. Booking.com has a ton of options, and you can use our affiliate link in the description to peruse. Getting to Zao. Last year we flew into Tokyo, rented a car at Haneda, and then drove the 5 hours up to Mount Zao from the airport. This year, I opted to spend a little bit more on the airline tickets and just fly into Sendai to save time. By car, it takes approximately 90 minutes to drive from the Sendai airport to the town of Mount Zao Onsen. This drive is more than half highway, so I recommend you get an ETC or electronic toll card for the rental company. The card itself is only 300 yen or about $2 to rent, and it saves a lot of time at the toll booths. Plus, you don't have to take out cash. Ensure your rental car has snow tires because the roads approaching Zao are steep and conditions can be pretty treacherous, especially when it's snowing. If you don't want to get a rental car, you can also opt for the train or bus from Sendai to Mount Zao. You will first have to take the bus from the airport to Yamagata Station, then from Yamagata to Mount Zao. Unfortunately, the bus from Sendai to Yamagata only runs about 5 times per day with departures every few hours. The bus from Yamagata to Mount Zao is more frequent, with departures approximately every hour starting at 7 a.m. One-way tickets cost around 1,500 yen, or about $11. The trip takes approximately 2 hours, and you'll have to connect through Yamagata Station. Lift tickets. 2025 lift ticket prices are 7,500 yen, or about $47 for a one-day pass, and 14,900 or 17,500 for a 2-day or 3-day pass respectively. You can buy the tickets at any base lodge or online at wamazing.com. There's no discount for buying tickets online, so there's really no need to buy them ahead of time unless you prefer to save just a bit of time. If you purchase online, you get a QR code in your email that you can scan at the black boxes in the base lodges. Your ticket will be printed there, and you'll have to keep it on a coat pocket to get through the turnstiles at each lift or gondola entrance. Food. We opted to eat dinner at the Woodpecker Cafe at our B&B Lodge Skole for dinner one night. They offered an a la carte menu as well as a 3-course set menu. If you're interested in the set menu, you'll have to make a reservation at least 24 hours in advance because they buy fresh ingredients daily. Guests are given priority for dinner, but they usually have a couple spare tables available. The set menu has been very tasty both last year and this year. The current price is 5,200 yen per person. Another dinner option I can recommend is Zao Noodle Shop Rion. Just down the hill from Jupir Ski Lodge, this small restaurant offers traditional ramen and soba, as well as a handful of other dishes. We were repeat customers again this year because we liked it so much. I highly recommend the gyoza and tori chicken ramen to warm you up after a long day skiing or snowboarding. For a lunch break, I stopped at both the Sangoro Lodge at lift number 12 and the lodge between gondolas 1 and 2. Sangoro Lodge has an awesome atmosphere with natural wood interior, low lighting, and real wood-burning fireplaces. The food was great too. I recommend the katsu curry with pork cutlet and rice. Another option is the lodge at the base of Zao Ropeway Summit Line Gondola 2. This lodge is a great meeting point, as there's also a chairlift next to the gondola if the gondola line is long, which it sometimes can be during the morning hours. The food here was great, but seating is very limited. I had the beef and rice bowl, I think it was number 8, and really enjoyed it. The snow monsters. If you're researching Mount Zao, you probably already know about snow monsters. These unique features form due to heavy snowfall paired with thawing, freezing, and high winds. They're truly magical, and it honestly feels like you're riding through a different world. It's basically something out of a Dr. Seuss book. So, there are several ways to get to the snow monster area, but the most direct way is to take the Sanroku line, Gondola 1, which lets right out at Gondola 2. However, although it's the most direct, the line at the base of Gondola 1 can be extremely long due to the additional people that are only there to see the monsters on foot. If the line is out the door, you'll likely be waiting well over an hour to board. I waited a full 90 minutes on a Saturday morning. Note, this is your only option if you're ascending by foot. However, if you're skiing or snowboarding, I recommend taking either the number 4 Zao Sky Cable Gondola or number 3 Chuo Ropeway Gondola. From the Sky Cable, you can take lift 33 up, ski down to lift 12, and then down to lift 17. The top of lift 17 will take you to the lower portion of the snow monster area, and you can ski down to Gondola 2 from here. If you take the number 3 Chuo Ropeway Gondola, you'll just ski down to 12 and follow the same process to get to lift 17 and then Gondola 2. Conditions. As is typical with mountain weather, it is extreme and can change quickly. Japan's mountains observe some of the most snowfall in the world, and during days with heavy snow and or winds, low visibility is almost a guarantee. On average, there are only about 1 or 2 bluebird days per week in the winter months at Mount Zao, so I recommend staying here at least a few days if you want to increase your chances of getting a day with a clear view. I was able to snowboard for 2.5 days on this trip. 2 of those days, it was snowing with moderate to good visibility at the base and low visibility and high wind at the summit. The final day was a perfectly clear bluebird day with low winds, even at the peak. This is what I came for, and it was absolutely amazing. I don't often repeat cities or ski resorts away from home, but this one is special and you will not regret booking a trip here, trust me. I hope you found this video useful and you have as good of a trip to Mount Zao as I did. If you enjoyed the video and want more snowboarding itineraries around Japan and Europe, or just travel itineraries in general, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.